Hello you beautiful souls, I hope that you are well. Welcome to today's Journal With Me pre-recorded. So if you are part of my Heal to Reveal private community, you'll know that I normally do these live. I do a Journal With Me live session every Thursday evening at 8 PM UK time, but this is the first pre-recorded one. It's not going to be a regular occurrence that they're pre-recorded, but yeah, we will see how things go. If you're watching this on YouTube, then welcome. And if you enjoyed this session, please do head over to the private Facebook community. I'll leave a link to it in the description box below. And then you can join me for weekly sessions. Like I said, it's every Thursday at 8 PM. And we journal live together. It's a lot more interactive because people share their answers. You don't have to, but people like to. You can share your answers and then we talk about them. So yeah, you just get that extra level of accountability and interaction, which is wonderful. But of course, if you don't want to do that, then, you know, you don't have a camera on, you don't have audio on, you don't have to comment. You can just sit with your notepad and journal. So before we get started, all you need for this session is a pen and a notepad or a piece of paper. It doesn't have to be fancy. If you've got a fancy journal, amazing, but yeah, it can just be a piece of paper. And then just make sure that you've got something to drink because this can be really thirsty work. We are healing, we're releasing, we're manifesting, we're getting to know ourselves, and yeah, it can get emotional. So a glass of water, a cup of tea, anything to quench your thirst, and then just get comfy. If you want to set the scene with candles, crystals, soft furnishings, spa music, then please do. If not, just come as you are. That is the beauty of journaling, that you can do it wherever, however you're feeling, whatever you're doing, you can just stop for a few moments. And something that I really love about journaling is actually you don't even need to have a notepad and pen. Yes, it does help and I would recommend it, but if you're on the go, maybe you're sat in the car waiting to pick your child up from school or you're early for an appointment, you can journal with the notes section on your phone. But I'll do another video on kind of the benefits of journaling and, you know, where you can journal, tips on how to journal. Let's just get into this session. Okay, so at the beginning of every session, I like to set intentions, and setting intentions is really, really powerful. If you can live intentionally in everything that you do, if you can set intentions for your journaling session, for your workout, your meditation, for how you want to sleep, how you want to experience your day, the meeting you're going into, the conversation you're going to have, your relationship, your experiences, if you can set intentions for them, it just sets you in alignment with how you choose to experience them, which is really powerful. And I set my intentions by lighting either a sage stick, which is what this is, part of a sage stick, Palo Santo, it could be a candle, incense stick, anything like that. But the act of lighting it is really symbolic because a flame symbolizes both creation and destruction. So creation in the form of energy, light, power, warmth, which in turn symbolizes creation of our desires, of our dreams, of, you know, the version of us that we want to become. And on the flip side, it represents destruction. So, you know, a single match can burn down an entire forest or a house, and that's really symbolic of our limiting beliefs that we want to destroy. You know, the unresourceful habits, the unresourceful thought patterns, the things that we just want to release and let go of. I always set the same 3 intentions when I do these sessions. And the first one is to release what no longer serves us. So we are letting go of the unresourceful thought patterns, unresourceful habits, relationships that just aren't serving us anymore. The self-doubt, the worry, the stress, the overwhelm, the jealousy, the gossip, the judgment, fear, anything that is holding us back from living our best lives. And the second intention is to call in all of our desires, everything that serves us. Okay, so the wisdom, the answers, the power, the love, the abundance, the lessons, the blessings, the relationships that are going to help us to grow and to level up, and the experiences that we are going to just thrive through experiencing. And then the final intention is to get to know ourselves at our purest level, which is our soul. Okay, so we're getting to know that pure version of us, not the people pleaser, not the person whose inner child is screaming at them, or who's just leading with their ego. We're finding out what we like, what we dislike, what sets our soul on fire, what we actually want to do, not what we're doing for someone else, or what we don't want to do. You know, not what we don't want to do because that's what someone else doesn't want us to do. Okay, so just taking it back to the pure version of you, because when you are in alignment with yourself, you're stepping into your authenticity, and you're going to be calling in all of the experiences, all of the people, just the joy and the life that's meant for you, not this version of you that you've created to please others. So those are the intentions for this session, and they're the intentions that I set daily. They're like my laws that I live by. So we'll start with a mind dump. You're going to just empty your mind. Okay, whatever is going on in your mind, you're just going to transfer to the paper. It doesn't have to make sense. It doesn't have to be neat. It doesn't have to be spelt correctly. No one's going to read it. You don't even have to read it back. The whole purpose of this is just to get it out of your mind and onto paper. Now, when it comes to these journal prompts, what I would love for you to do is, once I've given you the journal prompts, just pause this video, take your time to write. This is the beauty of this being pre-recorded, that you can really take your time. When I do this on my own, sometimes it's like a paragraph, a few lines, sometimes it's 4 or 5 pages. Okay, so use this mind dump opportunity to completely empty your mind, whether it's something that's happened today that's annoyed you, something that might happen in the future, might not happen, that you're worried about, something from years ago that just keeps replaying in your mind. It could be your inner critic, it could be self-doubt, it could be judgment, it could be really positive things. Okay, you know, like when you are going on holiday in a few days' time and you're so excited, you can't concentrate on your work. So sometimes it's good just to get it out of your mind and onto paper. And the power of doing this is that a problem shared is a problem halved. Okay, so even though it's you, it's going from your mind through your body, your hand onto your paper, you're taking that weight out of your mind, which is so, so powerful. Okay, and in doing that as well, you're coming back to the present moment, which again is just such a powerful tool. So pause me, take your time, and when you're ready, and once you've written everything and your mind feels lighter, play me again. Okay, so now that you've done your mind dump, I would love to know how you're feeling. Okay, so pop in the comments below, let me know, do you feel lighter? Do you feel more positive? Do you have more clarity? Maybe you feel sadder. Maybe you feel quite low vibe now because you didn't realise just how much you were carrying. You might feel excited, proud of yourself. There will be an array of emotions, and that's what I love about these sessions, that we really do see a variety of feelings. So let me know in the comments, and we're now going to move on to the first kind of topical journal prompt, which is a weight that I have been carrying. Now, if you do these journal sessions with me regularly, you would have heard me speaking about this, but I use a really interesting analogy that we are like an aeroplane. Sometimes that aeroplane is, taking off and elevating and just going higher and higher and higher. Sometimes that aeroplane is smooth sailing, just cruising, everything's going fine. Other times that aeroplane hits turbulence, okay, and it's rocky and it's bumpy and not really sure what's going to happen, and it can be a bit worrying and a bit stressful. And then other times we nosedive, okay, and we are full of fear and panic and overwhelm and really increased stress and sadness and anger, just overwhelm of all of those emotions that in a state of overwhelm are very unresourceful, and we are nosediving. And it's at that point in the movies, I'm not sure if this actually happens in real life, where the crew would start to say, okay, we need to lose the weight. Okay, we need to dump the emergency fuel. We need to throw all of the excess baggage, anything that we don't need to be carrying so that we can stay up in the air. Well, you are that plane. Okay, sometimes you're leveling up and things are amazing and you just, you're reaching higher and higher. Sometimes you're cruising and things are just good. Sometimes you hit a bit of turbulence and you're not sure, things feel a bit rocky. And then there are the times in our lives where we nosedive. And that's okay, because we are always going to experience pain. It's inevitable. But it's how we process that pain, how we respond to it, that's the control that we have. And that's what's going to make our perspective and our experience of life very, very different. So it's on those moments that we need to ask ourselves, okay, what weight can I drop right now? What worries, what judgment, what self-doubt, what fear, what anxiety, what negative self-talk, what limiting beliefs, what unresourceful habits and stories, relationships, experiences can I just drop? Can I throw off that plane? Can I just lose right now? And it's about coming back to that sense of you, that I am good as I am. Okay, as I am, as a human with my beating heart, breathing, I am worthy. None of the other stuff matters. None of the other stuff makes me worthy. Yes, there are things I enjoy. Yes, there are things that I need to do, that I want to do. But in this moment, I'm just going to come back to my beating heart, my breath. Like, what stuff can I just let go of? So that is the first journal prompt. A weight that I've been carrying. What weight have you been carrying today or this week, the past few weeks, months, years, that you don't need to carry? So pause me while you write that and then come back for the next one. Okay, I would love to know what weight you have been carrying, and did you realise that you've been carrying it? Sometimes it's not until we actually ask ourselves, we can be like, oh, I didn't even realise that I was carrying that weight. And do you feel like a weight has lifted just from identifying that? Okay, the next journal prompt is, I have been carrying this because. Now this is a really powerful prompt because it gives you grace. It helps you to understand why you've been carrying it. Quite often we feel stressed, overwhelmed, sad, depressed, whatever the feeling is, and then we're hard on ourselves because we say things like, I don't even know why I'm sad because I've got this, this and this. Or, I feel guilty that I'm feeling overwhelmed. Or, I'm just so annoyed at myself for being so heartbroken still. And we make it worse because we're hard on ourselves for feeling a way that's already painful enough as it is. So being able to identify and therefore understand why you're feeling that way, or why you've maybe been carrying onto that thing, is really, really powerful. Okay, so I have been carrying this because. And then the next prompt is, I deserve to drop this weight because. Why do you deserve to just throw it off the plane? Like, why do you deserve that free arm feeling, that weightless feeling? Or maybe not even that, but just the slightly less heavy feeling than you've been feeling so far. And a great way to answer this, as with any journal prompt, is just to say the question, and what's the first thing that comes up? So, I deserve to drop this weight because. What comes up for you? And if nothing comes up, ask again. Keep asking. I deserve to drop this weight because I'm worthy. I deserve to drop this weight because it's not my weight to carry. Because life won't stop if I drop it. Because there are more joyful things for me to carry. Because I've carried it for too long. And then the next prompt is, instead I choose. Okay, what do you choose to carry instead? Instead of this stress, overwhelm, anger, frustration, grief, whatever it is, what do you choose instead? And remember, you have the power. This is your life. You get to choose to carry whatever you want. Okay, because you're the one carrying it. Do you choose to carry joy, peace, ease, happiness, empowerment, excitement, whatever it might be? You are the creator of your life. What do you choose to carry? So instead, I choose. And then the next journal prompt is, I will implement this by. How are you going to implement this new thing that you're going to carry, this joy, this positivity, this happiness? Is there a mindset tool that you're going to use? Is there a new habit that you're going to implement? Is it going to be through journaling, through affirmations? Are you going to end a relationship? Are you going to have a difficult conversation? Are you going to apply for a new job, start a new business? Are you going to start moving your body in a different way? Are you going to commit to speaking to yourself as if you're a person that you really, really love? Don't forget to pause me while you do these. And then the final journal prompt is an anchor I will use. So when I'm talking about an anchor, I mean something that will help you to break state. So if you find yourself back carrying that weight, self-judgment, judgment of others, anger, stress, overwhelm, self-doubt, whatever it might be, what's something that you can do in a second just to drop it? And then to implement your new habit, your new mindset tool, or whatever it might be. So this can be something really, really simple, like a hand gesture. It could be that you just put your hand up as if to say like, no thank you, I'm not carrying that today. It could be that you just shake it off. You shake your shoulders, shake your arms, wiggle your fingers. It could be that you give it a bit of a side eye, like, no, don't give me that to carry. It could be a word that you say out loud or in your head. If you're around other people, you might not want to jump up and wave your arms and shout no. But it could be that in your head you just say, no thank you, not today. That's not mine to carry. So pick an anchor, something that when you feel yourself carrying that weight, it will just help you to break your state. It could be standing up if you're sitting down. It could be saying a favourite quote. It could be that you have a crystal with you all the time in your pocket and you just hold it. So an anchor I will use is. And that is it for today's Journal With Me session. I hope that you've enjoyed it. If this was your first time, please do let me know how you feel in the comments below. And don't forget, if you're watching this on YouTube, you can head over to the private Heal to Reveal Facebook group and you can join me live every Thursday at 8 PM to journal with me along with a high vibe tribe of badass empowered goddesses. And of course, if this is something that you have really, really enjoyed, and if you want to take it to that next level, then you can join my Heal to Reveal membership, where we go live every Monday for Motivational Mondays. We do group coaching calls every month, special guest workshops, healing masterclasses with me. There's a library full of meditations and journal prompt workbooks. It's just jam-packed. It's a monthly membership. You can cancel anytime. And it's just wonderful for the woman who is ready to level up and just to release what no longer serves her and reveal her inner badass empowered goddess. Thank you so much for joining me. Please do give this a thumbs up if you're on YouTube, subscribe if you haven't already, and if you're watching this in the Facebook group, then I will see you guys next week. Thanks for watching. Bye.